Okay, hey everyone. So, hey everyone. So what I want to kind of talk about is our actual handicapping that we're doing for ourselves. I think that because I'm 6'5.5", 6'6" ish, but I can get that half inch by flexing all of my lift muscles. I can lengthen myself a little bit.
The Japanese had never been defeated. You know, they had defeated the Russians in 1904, and from that time,
If I had been doing that throughout the course of my life, I would probably have become 6'7", 6'8". Why? Because during those developmental years, I would have been stimulating the lengthening of those muscles in their synergistic human design, in accord with their human design, their human synergistic potential. Oh. See, this is like the Florida Gators.
the last thing they expected was any Americans to be behind their line. And they could
They do it like this, though. What if you do it like this? What if you do it out at these angles? See, this is a different muscle combination. Now switch your hands. See, that's a different combination of muscles. To maintain the wave-like appearance, now move it along the same column. You become more aware of all of these dualistic activations. That's what you get from bodybuilding. You do chest and back, front side muscles, back side muscles. You do it in a way that's balanced or is in pursuit of balance. You do 10 reps on this side, 10 reps on that side. You do 10 reps together. You're never taught to use asymmetry, to use these asymmetrical units of training. It's not emphasized. Of course, a personal trainer might have, and that's one thing that I never had. I never sought out that higher level awareness of how my body was structured and how I was breathing. Not just in the gym. In the gym, I would follow those recommendations. But my mistake was not taking that to my outside world. That was my mistake. It was allowing that mindset to exist only in that silo. And this is why an unintegrative life, silo education, still results in the fundamentalism of the mind. The mind's proclivity for fundamentalism, political, religious, ideological, economic, that there is that potential for objectifying the public, the consumers. We don't like to count ourselves in that if we're creating something. Or if we're selling something. That's the danger, and that's what I'm trying to change with the uThrones. I'm not trying to change it. It's always going to be a part of us, but we have to reconcile that exploitative criticism with the dampened greed. Because if you're selling something that people need like this, then there's nothing but goodness. If they want to donate to a fund that gives these to hospitals, that gives these to other institutions that are doing good work and need help. We need to be trying these. We need to have a comfortable storefront, a comfortable way. They can come to the house, 1400 Garfield Avenue. You can call me on my phone, 405-328-8688. I prefer if you email me, though, info@uthrones.com. The website is still in a state of being rebuilt. I use Elementor and WordPress for anyone out there who has unique web design capabilities. It's been going on for so long. It's been going on for so long. I've been such a coward about taking that next step. I've known that it's a step I need to take, but I'm just too timid. I don't want to cause anybody a problem. I don't want to dampen their self-centeredness. Or maybe they don't want to join with me because for whatever reason. I'm sure it's all in their calculus, and it's just it's okay. No, I don't really want to be involved in that. No. You don't. There's something about you, something about your look, something about your sound, something about how audacious you are, something about how brash you are, something about your personality. It just doesn't work. And I've got to make it work. I've got to show. I've got to really present, and that's what these things allow us to do better. They enable you to rest. They enable you to move. In these subtle ways. And the system is designed to awaken that rebalancing need, because when you don't have it and you're just a couple inches off, see, so many generations before have come through incredibly harsh conditions. War POWs, people who had to work in near Arctic locations, physical mining in shafts, and slavery, indentured, terrible exploitation of different races in Europe, in Africa. There's always been this natural inclination to conquer. Genghis Khan, the human capacity for savagery, the Mayans, the Aztecs, these are death cult urges that are derived naturally from human consciousness as means to bring about a sense of chemical satisfaction, a chemical existence that is dispensed equally. That's tragic, but we can substitute that chemical combination. We've done the research, we've done the studies, we've utilized the atomic theory to figure out how to design our lives such that we can utilize all of this knowledge and couple it with these movements that coordinate our breathing, our heart rate, our circulation, the way in which we equally flex the fluids through these systems. It's hydrating us, it's maximizing those nutrients. moving in more perfect relationship to gravity is something that we should all be trying to do because it's relentless. Breathing more perfectly is something that we should all want to do. See how this hand is squeezing? This hand is opening. Now it's starting at my eye. Perfect contact.
And he was the one to go. Ours was a shock to all of us, and my mother cried forever. But that's the way the Lord was. So it was a tough time. And not only that, but my father had passed away in 1937.
Together, everything's together along a center point. I think that everyone should at least use a guitar. They should feel a guitar. They should be awakened to its ability to be a lightweight that adds to the air pressure resistance on our movements, but also a rifle substitute. Instead of firing bullets, you're firing a riff of notes, which is just like Morse code, but it's more complex because you have multiple lines of Morse code, which is just different types of fluctuations within the magnetic field between these metal strings and the magnets. The ability to make thin pieces of steel and wound with another metal, nickel, some other alloy. It changed the musical world. Industry and music, technology and music, the auditory cortex and variations in stimulation of that, variations in air pressure changes, is a hugely, I don't know, how would you even quantify the value of that? The other benefit is it's a great postural assistant because it possesses these combinations of curves going to a singularity. It's perfectly balanced in its weight to move in the most equalizing fashion based on the human DNA dimensional designs. When everything is working perfectly, when everything is going through its full range of motion, its complete conformity to the body's curves, and then its linearity. Linearity in something, some part of your hand, some part of your foot, something somewhere is trying to become a line. Amongst all of those curving structures, there's some part of you that's transcending those curves. This is another way of the guitar or the physiology enabling you to transcend these thoughts and enabling you to transcend these latent power potentials that are destructive that cause pain, that cause problems, that cause destruction, either individual, collectively, or globally. What role are we going to play in this? Because whatever role we play is the role that we're playing at the galactic level. What's our contribution going to be to human society? To the society of life that's been evolved on the planet Earth, which is in the arm of the Milky Way galaxy, which is one of hundreds of billions. Like, we're so small. If we destroy ourselves, the universe is, If the universe has that type of recognition. Isn't that a fascinating? What's beyond what we know? It's so vast, and it's gotten so vast, so much more vast just in the past 100 years of human history. The history of this planet. Yeah, so one thing that I've done to my guitar, I put nuts that hold it in place on both the top side and the bottom side in order to make the ease with which someone can experience the opposite side of the guitar, just like Jimi Hendrix. It's another way of training that muscular precision on both sides of the hemisphere. It's just like shaking someone's hand. How are you joining your hand to theirs? You know, what parts do you want to match up? You know, it says something about you. It says something about them. Everyone has a role to play. Every feature of you is saying something. And that's good. That's good because it's a way that you can communicate. It's a way that you can enable some part of yourself to be expressed.